Hello children, this is the second part of chapter 10, Motion and Time. Today we will discuss about time. What is time? Time is a moment or duration in which things occur. The knowledge of time is essential for carrying on our daily life activities. Measurement of time in ancient times. The people did not have clocks or watches for measuring time in olden days. In ancient people, they used some natural events which repeated regularly after fixed time intervals to measure time. They used sundial, sand clock, water clock, and some natural events. This is the picture of sundial. A sundial measures time by the position of the shadow cast by the sun, and it used to work on the principle that as the position of the sun in the sky changed, so did the position and length of the shadow of an object. That means as the position of sun changes in the sky, the position of shadow of blade on the dial also changes. Next, this is sand clock. Another early device for measuring time was the sand clock. Sand clock is also known as sand glass or hourglass. This device was used by early Romans. It worked on the principle of sand trickling down in a fixed period in time, and this fixed time was the unit in which time was measured by them. For this device, two glass bulbs were used. Sand is filled in first bulb, then this sand is poured to the another bulb at regular intervals of time. The sand clock uses the flow of sand from one glass bulb to another to measure time, and the length of the time taken by the sand to pass from one bulb to the sand clock to the other gives a constant time interval. Our ancestors noticed that many natural events in nature repeated themselves after a fixed interval of time. These events helped them to measure time. As for example, time between one sunrise and to the next was called one day. A month was measured from one new moon to the next new moon. Same way, a year was measured as the time taken by the earth to complete one revolution around the sun. Then simple pendulum was invented. What is simple pendulum? A simple pendulum consists of a weight like a metallic ball or a piece of stone tied to a string. The other end of the string is tied to a rigid support, and the metallic ball is called bob of the pendulum. This is the diagram of simple pendulum. This metallic ball, it is known as bob. It is tied with a long thread or string, and ultimately it is tied with the help of a rigid support. When the pendulum is at rest, that means the bob is rest, then it is in its mean position. When the bob of the pendulum is pushed after pulling it slightly to one side, it begins to move to and fro about its mean position. And this motion is an example of oscillatory motion. The motion which repeats at regular intervals of time, it is called periodic motion or oscillatory motion. Now, what do you mean by one complete oscillation? The pendulum is said to have completed one oscillation when its bob, starting from its mean position, that means here O is the mean position, moves from A to B. That means A, one of the extreme position, and B, another extreme position. So it will moves from O to A and again A to B, and it comes back to O. This is the one complete oscillation of the simple pendulum. Or we may also call when bob starts its movement from one extreme position to the another extreme position, that means from B to A, and again it comes back to the initial extreme position. It is also called one complete oscillation. And what is time period? The time taken by a pendulum to one complete oscillation is called time period. So, the movement of bob from B, one extreme position, to the another extreme position A, when again it comes back to the B, the time taken by the bob is the time period, or we may also say when bob starts its movement from O to B and then from B to A and again it comes back to O. The time taken by the bob is the time period. The standard unit of time is second. You remember it? What is the standard unit of time? The standard unit of time is second. The principle of the pendulum is used to make a pendulum clock. But the pendulum clocks were big and bulky, so they could not be carried everywhere easily. Nowadays, most clocks or watches have an electric circuit with one or more cells. These clocks are called quartz clock. Actually, nowadays we use quartz clock. These watches have the crystals of a substance called quartz, and these crystals vibrate very fast at a very precise rate. And a quartz clock is much more accurate than a pendulum clock. That means quartz clock gives more accurate time than a pendulum clock. So, students, chapter ends here. Learn well.